What medical malpractice horror story do you know? My grandmother went in for a procedure in the 90s to have her shoulder replaced, and the surgeons did the wrong surgery on her and removed a bunch of those vertebrate discs from her neck that they were supposed to be doing on a different person that day. My mom is a physical therapist. She had working relationships with a lot of orthopedic surgeons. One of them was a workaholic who scheduled more surgeries than he could really handle, and one time amputated the wrong leg. My son's obstetrician ended up being found guilty on about 40 charges of negligence causing bodily harm. Children injured during deliveries, unnecessary procedures, hysterectomy botched, etc. Found out a year after son was born. The delivery was traumatic and went into emergency surgery for at least 5 hours while I was stuck in hallway, asking what is going on. Hospital stonewall us for info, but after lawyer contacted us a year later, we realized something had gone badly wrong. Son and mother are good. 30 years later, doctor is practicing somewhere in UK still. My wife was in PT school, and during one of her inpatient rotations she got invited to watch a heart valve surgery. The doctor got all the way into this dude's chest cavity and something didn't look right. It was the last day before a holiday weekend, so that the surgeon couldn't get a hold of anyone to consult with, so they closed the guy up and had to reschedule it. It turned out they had gone in to fix the wrong side. They lied to the patient about something unexpected and out of their control for aborting the procedure. He never learned that the surgeon fucked up and read the chart wrong.
My father went to the doctor one Thursday in early 2009 complaining of chest pain and shortness of breath. He was not typically the type to visit the doctor unless he really felt he needed it. The doctor did absolutely nothing. No examinations were performed, and he basically told my father he would be just fine. He died 2 days later. My uncle lost his eye because of surgeons' negligence, and they tried to cover it up. My uncle had done multiple eye surgeries in his right eye. I would be the one with him in the hospital because I can talk to people and understand things. I had been keeping track of everything. His last surgery was done 6 months ago. They'd filled the eye with silicone, and now was the time to remove the silicone. The surgeon accidentally cut the retina and stitched it back. And when I got the surgery file, they left it blank. They thought it would get unnoticed, but I went to find out why is the file blank. Took the issue to the seniors, and they called the surgeon, and he was humiliated in front of me. 2 months later, the eye dilated and expired. Uncle decided not to press charges. Government hospitals in Pakistan are terrible. Used to work in healthcare during the pandemic. There was a patient that was downgraded to my unit from one of the COVID units. He was around his mid-32s and was a relatively fit guy. No previous medical conditions. When he was in the COVID unit, sometime in the beginning of his stay, he was put on a BiPAP and left there for about a little under a month. He'd never been reevaluated to have it taken off, and no respiratory therapist, nurse, or doctor had thought about it when they stuck him in the room. I have no clue how it managed to go that long, and I was so surprised he was even alive. Once it was discovered he'd never been taken off of the BiPAP, his lungs were already shot. None of the staff had broken the news to him and refused to tell him that he was pretty much gone. His health had seriously deteriorated. There was blood all around and inside his mouth from the pressure of the BiPAP after so long. He couldn't eat or drink, and we couldn't even clean up all the crusty blood around his face without risking his vitals dropping. Since no one wanted to fess up to this man that he did not, in fact, have a fighting chance, he was left incredibly confused, as well as his family. The stretched thin staff definitely resulted in a lot of wrong deaths that could have been avoided, but that one still haunts me. My now dead uncle's brother was pushing a car and hurt his chest. He went to Sparrow saying his chest hurt. Doctor told him he probably just pulled something. Well, my uncle's brother kept insisting there was something wrong, and they wouldn't believe him and told him to go home. He died a few days later because he tore a valve in the heart. His last few moments were probably constant agony. I don't remember the specifics. My uncle isn't around to tell me it again because he committed suicide. Thank you for watching. In the comments below the video, write what you know about this topic, and do not forget to subscribe to see new horrible discussions.